Alright, this video is going to be about the common idea of your inner circle is going to influence you. Show me your 5 closest friends and I'll show you your future. This success quote is very easy to brush off because it's talked about so much. And it's actually very important that you don't brush it off and that you actually very deeply ponder it. And in this video, I'm talking about my own experience with this concept and how it's influenced my life. Some things to look out for if you want to apply this concept and kind of how to do it. And then the types of people that you want to keep around or avoid. So, just going to look off my script here every so often. But over the last few years, I've gone through multiple phases, many phases. I change about every 90 days because I have an experience or I learn something new, and that alters the way I think and act. And through all these phases, they look different in my memory. Something I realized had a bigger role than I initially thought is the people. No matter what, even if I controlled the relationship, let's say it's like I make a new contact with a friend and because like in every social instance, there's like kind of it's like either mutual respect or someone has a little more respect than the other person, whatever. Even if I felt like I was in control, not being influenced by an individual, the individuals around me actually still influenced me. For better or for worse, both. And my experience with that has led me to create this video because I want you to get rid of the people in your life that suck away your energy, suck away your time. They just suck. And I want you to get around you the people that are going to support you, encourage you, give you hard feedback and criticism when you need it, and then also help you get back up self-esteem wise and realize you can do whatever they're encouraging you to do and change whatever they're encouraging you to change if you decide to do so. So let's just get into it. So if you want to achieve anything worth achieving, listen to this carefully. When your own mindset fails, the mindset of the winners and people around you will save you, and they will remind you who you are. They will remind you what you want, who you want to be, and they won't let you quit on yourself, your dreams, your family, or the people in the world that you're going to help eventually. So people always agree with like, oh, you need to keep the good people around you, get rid of the bad people. But I mean, even myself, when I hear that quote, it's never actually made me sit and contemplate, okay, who should I cut the time they get with me or the effort or XYZ, any of the important finite resources like attention, time, effort, money, emotional investment. Who should I cut back from? Who should I give more to? I agree with it every time. And so my guess is you also agree with it every time, but you'd never genuinely like sit there and reflect on that. And that's what I want this video to do for you. So the main 2 experiences I'm going to share, the first one is when I met one of my good friends who is a millionaire, became a millionaire at 24, cash. So not like he just bought like 5 crappy houses on loans. When I met him, I didn't realize self-improvement was a thing. I didn't realize I was lazy. I didn't realize I had a bad mindset about myself and life and the world and others. I didn't realize that I could change my mindset and change my actions and therefore change my life and maybe get closer to being a person I wanted to be and having a life I wanted to have. I'd never intentionally thought about it, and he had. Lucky me. He told me I was a piece of shit, kindly. And it changed me. He didn't say it like that. He basically just said, you need to work harder. You need to do X, Y, and Z so that you can be better. And it was on a sales team, so most of it was about the sales, but the self-improvement thing was a big deal as well. So for him, it still is. For me, it's become basically the only thing I care about. I don't have hobbies, really, besides the gym, besides maybe uploading to YouTube. Like I worked 12 hours today. I was up at 4:30. Started working at 5, didn't finish till 5. between 2 jobs. Now I'm doing this. So, anyways, I digress. This friend, many times I've called him. We go to hit the gym, we do a lift, we hit the hot tub, we hit the steam room, whatever. I leave feeling like I have more faith in myself, like I'm more capable than I initially felt before. I feel like more is possible and that I can do more. I feel like the world is a better place. And really, it's just a positive experience before and after. This is valuable because I want my life to be a positive experience. And if you don't, then why are you here? Like, you're not on this video because you don't. So you need to very carefully cultivate and intentionally place these people or yourself in these people's lives. And that's really it to do with him. That's valuable to me. I failed businesses, or I've had a setback in some way, shape, or form. And he reminds me that, things are okay. You just don't give up. You can't really lose. You can't really fail until you actually give up and quit the game. And this game is any area, dating or money or, even like the gym. Let's say you're going for something and it's harder than you thought and you want to give up. Well, a winner around you will keep you there. They'll say, no, actually, don't be stupid. Don't be a loser. Don't quit on yourself. Don't quit on the people that believe in you, who are counting on you, maybe even. He'll be like, oh, right. Thanks for reminding me. And even more than them reminding you, you value their faith in you. And that reminds you that you should probably have some faith in you, or that you're worth having faith in. And so you reframe your mindset, hopefully. So the other experience is I'm in an online community called The New Elite. It is owned and operated by Jack Hopkins, and I've been in this community for about or over 2 years. I was one of the first members, and frankly, I have seen a lot of guys come in with less than me in terms of maybe even a few metrics, money or followers, whatever, and then they exceed me. The reason this is important is because they outworked me, and I know that. And I watched it happen. I'm in proximity to winners. And when things got hard, that reminded me I could do it. If they can do it, I can do it. Believe in yourself. Believe that you are at least as good as other people. At least as good. If they can do it, so can you. If they can do it, so can I. And that has encouraged me to actually continue this channel, which has helped people. It has helped me. And they have reminded me really what is possible. Both my friend and the guys in this group, that some I interact with more than others. And the point I'm making is there are 2 ways, and these are the 2 ways you get around winners. You're lucky, like how I met this friend of mine on a sales team, and I've stayed friends with him. Or I intentionally put myself there, like the network. Obviously, being lucky, you're just lucky. But you can force proximity through money, or let's say you go to a high-end gym, let's say you go to a ski resort, let's say you just talk to strangers in line at whatever places you like to visit. You never know who you're talking to. Which I need to make a video on how important social skills are and how important sales is to learn the social skills. So the people you need around you are the ones that want to see you win and can give you the hard feedback but help you bounce back after the self-esteem hit, which I mentioned earlier. The people who are winning, the people who are fighting tooth and nail to win. And the way you want to look at people when considering whether or not to give them any of your resources that are valuable is this person an energy giver or an energy drainer? You're going to want to say no to the drainers, obviously. They'll ask you things, or for things. They'll invite you to things, whatever they can. These are little soft reaching out to bring you in. And the reason they're a drainer, when something drains, the substance or whatever is leaving one thing and going somewhere else. Energy draining from you is going to them, and so they will continue to try and get you in their life. So if you feel the things I talked about earlier after or during being around this person, they're feeling good or better or something, and you're not. So get rid of it or cut it. So that's their hook and bait, is those little reach outs. Don't bite. Distance, separate. You know the drill. How can you start getting around the winners? Is you say yes to the people that give you energy or give you the positive experience I was talking about with my buddy, or the network. You put yourself out there. So networks, high-end gyms, sales teams, luxury environments, random lines out on the street, whatever. You never know if this person's going to be a net positive or a net negative. And if they're a net negative, cut them off. And if they're a net positive, continue to cultivate and grow the relationship. That's really all I have. If you got value from this, I'd really appreciate some feedback. I want to know what you liked. I want to know what you think I could do better. I want to know if there are any other topics you want to see a video on. I want to know what's going on in your life and what you're doing about it. And I guess with that, I will see you guys in the next video.